This conference will now be recorded.
Guys, I think now you people are able to see my screen. So I have pivot assignment. Okay. So here, how to apply pivot, how to apply what is pivot table is and how to work on a pivot table. Okay. So for that, first I wanted, oh, sorry, extremely sorry about it. Any doubts in yesterday's class? So yesterday we had done with few of the this one like we had done with count functions, max, minimum, and references. We had done. So any doubts in that? You people were able to do it. So referencing. So multiplication. We learned what is relative references, what is absolute references, and what is mixed references. So everybody understood this concept. Any doubts, please ask. We will clarify the doubt and then we will continue. If no doubts, please type in one. Okay. So no doubt. Let's continue with. Okay. So now I'm going to a new workbook.
Ma'am, can't hear you.
Guys, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, now.
Yes, ma'am.
I kept it on mute. Okay, sorry. So, what this pivot table is? So, when I'm talking about a table, okay, so here I have a table where I have the details related to the order ID, product, category, amount, date, country. Okay, so there are six different columns. So, it is a sales report what I have done. And here you can see I have the data up to 215 something. Okay, so now when I wanted to check out which product has made the highest sale, or I wanted to check which item is the least sold product. Okay, so I wanted to check only the vegetables, or I wanted to check only the fruits. So I wanted to check what is the highest amount which product has been sold, or I wanted to check the monthly sales, or I wanted to check the quarterly sales, or I wanted to see which country has made the highest sales, or which country has made the lowest sale. In that condition, if I have to check it out from this normal table, it is not going to happen. Why? Because the values are at a fixed point. So any of the kind of rearrangement, reordering, analyzing, summarizing anything, it is very difficult. Why? Because I need to keep on searching where which one is there, where it is, how I need to do. All those confusions will be there. Why? Because my values in a normal table is at a fixed point. Okay. Now, I told few of the questions like which is the highest sold product, which is the least sold product. I wanted to check out only the vegetables, so I wanted to check only the fruits. So which item, which product has made the highest sales in numbers? I wanted to check the amount, or I wanted. So there are so many questions. So if I have to get these questions and all, I should have the flexibility in arranging my table. Okay, so whichever I wanted the row columns, I wanted to change it to row headers to column and column values to row. Like that, if I wanted to rearrange, and I have some 50, 60 columns, I don't want the entire table. Whichever it is required, only those things I wanted to take it under the table and arrange it as per my requirement. So this type of modification and all I can do it in Excel using pivot table. Okay. Under the insert tab,
Ma'am,
I have pivot table. Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Any doubts? Guys, I wanted you people to first listen, then you people can try. I will give you the time in order to try it out, but now you don't try
Ma'am, can you
anything.
repeat again?
Which one, ma'am? Hello? Which part you did not understood? The normal table explanation or
Ma'am,
pivot
now
table
you told no,
explanation?
ma'am, that one. Ma'am, now you told
What?
no, ma'am, that one.
So here I am telling that now I wanted to make the flexibility in the table. That means I wanted to modify the table as per my requirement. So in order to modify that table, I am going to use pivot table in Excel. Okay. So pivot table in Excel is so flexible that I need not have to take the entire table into the picture. Okay. Whichever required columns are there, only those things I am going to take it. So row values I can put it in columns, column values I can put it in rows. So however I wanted to manipulate it, I can manipulate it as per my requirement. Okay. So now how am I going to apply the pivot table? So first thing I need to select the table. So I'll put my cursor somewhere on the table and press Control A. So Control A will select your entire table. Then I'll go to Insert tab, and in Insert tab you have this option Pivot Table. I'll click on this pivot table and I'll give from table range. So as I give from table range, you can see a new dialog box will appear which is telling pivot table from table range. Now here you can see the moving lines telling that this is the table what you have selected to apply the pivot table. Okay, so it is showing the range. Range is in absolute reference. See $A $1. So $A $1 means A column, A1 column to F214. F column, last row is 214. So this is the table what you have taken. Now where I wanted to apply the pivot table, in a new worksheet or an existing worksheet. I wanted to apply the pivot table in the existing worksheet. I'll select existing worksheet and I will choose the location. So here I am taking H1 cell and I'll click on OK. So as I select, a new pivot table will appear. So you can see the empty table format along with pivot table fields. So as this is inserted, now you can see pivot table tools, that is formatting tools related to pivot table will appear over here. So based on my requirement, I am going to make some changes and all. So now here first, so what they are telling is I wanted to, so here, as you can see, so pivot table fields. So here, empty pivot table format will appear, and here you will get pivot table fields. By default, your pivot table will be something like this. Okay, your field. So pivot table list, and your 4 fields will appear. So your pivot table fields means it is nothing but the column headers, headings, whatever it is there, those headings will appear here. So it is difficult for me to view this. So what I am going to do is I am going to change it to side by side. So I will click here on this tools and here I will select field selection side by side. I will click on this. Now you can see the fields are arranged one below the other and the list of headings is very clearly visible for me. So whatever the headings are there, it is listed out. Now as per that, I wanted to check, I wanted to put the product in the rows. So I'll take my cursor here to the products, click without releasing the click, I'm going to drop the product in the rows. So here products you can see there are multiple in the sense duplicates also it is there. When I am applying it in the pivot table, only the unique values are going to appear over here. So duplicate values and all it will not accept. So then I wanted the amount in the value fields. So here I have 4 fields. So I have filters, I have rows, I have columns and I have values. So whichever headings, wherever you want to put, you can put. So Excel is flexible enough to handle the things. Only thing is if you have the numerical values, that particular value has to be put in value fields. Why ma'am can't we put it in different things, miss? Yes, definitely if you want you can put it. But if you wanted to apply with any type of further calculations and all, no other fields will support rather than the values. So if I put my numerical values in the value field, then I can apply with the different things with based to the calculation. Okay. So now I am going to take my cursor on the amount, click without releasing the click. I am going to drop it here in the values. Then I wanted the countries to be in the filters. See like this. So now you can see how big my table is and how very flexibly I am changing my table. So now I don't want this country in the filters. I wanted it in the columns. So see here my table. So Australia, what are the products, the country names, what are the items it has sold. So what is the row total, column total, everything it will tell. Now if I tell that I wanted the products, so I wanted the countries here. So I'll put the products below. So I'll just put the products below. See Australia, what are the items it has sold. Canada, what items it has sold. So like this, I can prepare as per my requirement. Now I don't want I wanted countries to be in the row and products I wanted in the columns. See, I have put the countries, I have put the products in the columns. So I don't want this countries here. I'll put the countries back to filters. I'll put this products in the rows. So I got it back. Now if I wanted to check only one particular country's sales, I'll just click here. I wanted to check for Australia. I'll select Australia and click on OK. So Australia, how much sales it has made. I'll come here. I wanted to check for France. So France, how much sales it has made. I wanted to check for Germany. Germany, how much sales it has made. So like this, I can apply with the pivot table. Okay. So try applying this pivot table. So this is how it has to be done to insert the pivot table. First select, go to insert, select pivot table, range will be shown, existing worksheet, choose the location and click on OK.
Ma'am, can I repeat that pivot table?
Your voice, there was a lot of disturbance. Could you please repeat it? Repeat the question or put it in the chat box. What was the question, ma'am? Repeat the location part. Okay. So location in the sense, see first I need to select. So in order to select, I'll put my cursor somewhere on the table, press Ctrl A. My entire table is selected. Now I'll go to insert pivot table from table range. Okay. So I went to pivot table from table range and here existing worksheet. I wanted the pivot table in the same sheet. So I'll click on existing worksheet and I need to choose where I wanted to put the pivot table. I'll select the location. Just click on the location wherever you want it. So Excel will tell this is the location what you have chosen in order to put the pivot table. Then click on OK. I hope you people got this. So once it is done, so go to this fields and select side by side so that your field list will appear something like this. Then put the product in the rows, country in the filters and amount in the values and try applying the filters. Any doubts, please ask. So in order to get this, you have to click on the settings, click on the drop down and select side by side so that your field list will appear something like this where you can easily clearly view what is happening. Getting it, guys? You are able to do it. Guys, done? Try applying the filters and see. Try relocating, like put the products in the columns, put countries in the rows, and see how you can modify the table, pivot table. Just make the changes and see. Then apply the filters and see how it is happening. So you can see the differences between the normal table and the pivot table. How very flexibly you can rearrange it, modify it, make the changes. Guys, any doubts, please tell. I'll explain. Guys, done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now I told that we have to put the numerical values in the fields only. Okay, value field. Why we have to put it over there? I'll make some changes. Okay, so I'll remove this product and I'll put the category in the columns and I'll put the countries in the rows. Okay, so Australia, how many fruits and how many vegetables, grand total, I have got it. Now, if I wanted to make some changes, like here fruits and vegetables, I wanted to check the count. So I'll come here. So I'll go to value field settings. I wanted to check the count. Okay. So how many fruits, how many vegetables, like that it has made the sales. So I can check out how many fruits it has sold, how many vegetables, totally how much it has made the sales. So like this. Now if I wanted to change it to, by default it is going to work on sum. If I wanted to check with the count, average, max, minimum, product, so any other type of calculation from here I can apply. So I'll select sum only. Now I'll come and click on OK. So I'll get back this sum. Now if I wanted to change the currency symbol, okay, so I will select, I'll go to amounts and here I'll go to number formats. So number format, I'll go for currency and here I will choose a different currency. So from here you can see there are different types of currencies available. I wanted to apply Indian currency, that is English India. So now if I wanted the values to show the decimals or if there is any negative value, I wanted that negative value should be displayed in formatted thing, I can choose that one also. I'll click on OK. OK. See now instead of dollars, I got my Indian currency symbol. Now I don't want this. I wanted to see the percentage of grand total. I'll come here, I'll go for value field settings and here show values as. So show values as, I'll click on this drop down. Here you can see different types of options that you can apply. Percentage of grand total, column total, row total. I wanted to see the percentage of grand total. I'll click on OK. See percentage of grand total, how much the sales is being made. So like this, I can apply with the different types of calculations. Okay. So try out with this value field settings. So value field settings, you have by summarizing and from number format and show values as. There are three things. Please try this out. So now I have just changed I have got the countries to the rows, category to the columns and sum of values. So I'll click on the sum of amount, value field settings and I'm going to try with summarize the value where I can apply with the different types of calculation. I wanted to apply with the different type of negative values or change the currency symbol. I'll go to number format. So percentage I wanted to check show values as. So try with this three. Guys, try it out. If you are having any doubts, please let me know. Nice, done. Done, guys.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now I'll put back the things to the normal places only. I'll put the country here. I'll remove the category. I'll put the product. So I'll change this one to sum. Okay. Sum. I'll click on OK. Value free settings. Show values as. Give it as no calculation. Okay. So I have got this one. Okay. So now based on this, I wanted to apply. So now you must have understood that how very flexibly I can arrange my pivot table. Now I wanted to apply the pivot chart. So in order to apply the pivot chart, once I am out, you can see that this formatting tools related to pivot table will disappear. In order to get it back, I'll just click somewhere on my pivot table. I'll get this pivot table analyze and design tools. I'll go to pivot table analyze and here I have pivot chart. I'll click on pivot chart and you can see so Excel is giving me some recommendation that you can take up with this particular chart. I will click on OK. So my chart is applied. So I got my chart over here. Okay. So now if I come and choose any one particular country, so one particular countries, what is the thing it is happening. So like this, I will get the individual countries, this one. Okay. So if I want for all, I'll select all and click on OK. So for all the countries, what is the says that is happening. So based on this one, I can apply the pivot chart. Now I wanted to drill down to one particular thing. Okay. So I wanted to see only one particular country, or I wanted to see only one particular item. So what I am going to do is, in the pivot table analyze only, I have something called insert slicer. So slicer means drill down to one particular information which you wanted to extract. Okay. So then I'll go for insert slicer. So I am going to take. So as per your requirement, whichever you want, you can take it. I am going to take it for country and I am going to take it for product. I'll take this two and click on OK. So as I select this, you can see the slices will appear where I get the country and the product. Now I wanted to check it only for Australia. I wanted to check it for only Canada. So see, you can see in the filters also which are the items it is sold, which items are have not been sold. So France, Germany, so New Zealand, United Kingdom. So like this, I can insert the slicer. So in order to remove the selections, filters, I'll click on clear filter. So like this, I can insert the filter and drill down to one particular information which I can extract and see. Okay. So on the pivot table, I can apply the pivot chart. I can insert the slicers also. Slicers are used to drill down to one particular item and extract and see. Okay. So in this particular, this one, you can see that there is date column also. So this is sales report for 1 year. Okay. So now I wanted to apply the timeline and see. Okay. So in order to apply the timeline, again, I'll come to this, I'll click somewhere on my pivot table. I'll go to pivot table analyze. Next to slicer, I have timeline. So if your data contains any date related, it can be months, years, anything. So if it is related to date, then you can insert the timeline. The name itself tells time. Okay. So if there is a column, then I can insert the timeline. I'll select timeline and here they have given the dates. So I'll select date and click on OK. So now you can see I have inserted a timeline. So timeline, I wanted to check any one particular months, I wanted to see only for the month of January. So this changes will not be implemented on the slicer, but you can see the changes getting implemented in the pivot table, in the chart and in the slicer. I wanted to check for February month, or if I wanted to check for 4 months, 4 months what has happened. If I wanted to check for 2 months data, so 2 months what has happened. If I wanted to check it for quarter, or if I wanted to check it for March and April. So like this, I can apply the timeline. So when I click on this drop down, you can apply it on quarters, months, date. So by default, it is taking months. Now I wanted to check it on quarterly basis. I'll select quarter, see quarter 1, 2, 3, 4. I wanted to check it for third quarter. I wanted to check it for fourth quarter. I wanted to check it for quarter 1. So like this, in general only, you can apply the pivot table. On that pivot table, you can apply the pivot chart. You can insert the slicer. You can insert the timeline also. So now I wanted you people to try the chart, slicer and timeline. So all the three are available in the pivot table analyze only. So you have the chart first apply the chart, then insert the slicer, then insert the timeline. Try with this. So then after this, we will do the dashboard. I hope everybody understood. Any doubts, please tell.
Ma'am, can you explain the chart again? How to do that?
So chart, once I have inserted the pivot table, I have made the changes as per my requirement. So here you can see if my cursor is elsewhere, you cannot see the pivot table analyze. That is formatting tool of pivot table. I'll put my cursor somewhere on my pivot table so that I'll get this pivot table tools, pivot table analyze and design. Okay, these are the formatting tool. I'll go to pivot table analyze, and based on whatever the table I have created using the pivot table. So on this data, I wanted to apply the chart. So I'll go to pivot table analyze and I'll click on pivot chart. So I'll click on pivot chart. Excel will give me some recommended chart types. If I wanted it in column, pie, bar. So in these three things, you can choose whichever you want. I'll select one and I'll click on OK. So my pivot chart is done. So now from here, if I wanted to check it for any one particular country, like it is showing for all the countries. Now I wanted to see only for one country, that is Australia. So Australia, we can see. So Australia has made the sales. Highest sale has happened with Apple, and the least sale is happened with Mango. So now if I come, I wanted to check for Germany. I'll select Germany. So Germany's highest sales has happened in the vegetables, where I can tell beans is the highest one and broccoli is the least one which has been done. Okay. So here there are multiple items like vegetables and fruits. Both it has been sold. So here also you can see in the pivot slicer also the changes will be applied. So on based on my requirement, the chart will get done. So if I wanted for all the countries, I'll click on the drop down, select all countries and okay. So for all the countries. So highest sold product in all the countries is banana. The least one that is sold is mango in all the countries. So with this, I can easily know what is happening. Clear, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Done, girls? Any doubts? So first insert the chart, then insert the slicer, then insert the timeline. Any doubts, please ask. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now you understood what is pivot table is, how to apply the pivot table, what are the different types of fields we have, what is value field settings. So then how to make the changes on the pivot table, then how to apply a chart on the pivot table, how to insert the slices, how to insert the timeline. Everything it is clear, right? Any doubts till now, whatever we have learned?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So just type in one if you people are clear with this. Only one person is answering, that's why. Type in one if everything is clear. Okay. So next. So let's open the sales dashboard. Open the sales dashboard, girls. Open the file. Okay, so here also we have the sales report. Okay, in this sales report, I have the details related to the date, sales rep, region, customer, units, price, and revenue. Okay, so here also I have six, 7 columns, details and all. Let's see how many number of rows are there. So here I have almost 10,000 rows. Okay, so this is a sales report what I have. So now based on this, the same way I wanted to check out what is happening with my data. So when I look at my data, anything if I want to analyze, it is very difficult. So I cannot tell which salesperson has done the highest sale, or which particular region has done the highest sale, or who is the top 3 customers, or which is the least 3 customers are there. So which region has not made any sales at all. So how much revenue I have got from which region. So all those things when I'm talking about, it is very difficult for me to analyze. Even though I have the report with me, still I'm not able to understand how to analyze the report. So now what I'm going to do is, so using this pivot table and the pivot charts and pivot slices only, I am going to build a visualization. So visualization means what? Where I have my actual data based on which I am going to create the dashboard. So when I click on this region, you can see the changes is getting applied. So I can tell, so which month has done the highest sale, which who is the top customer, which is the least customer, which region has made how much of sales, so who are the top 5 sales rep, who are the top 5 customers. So all those things I can analyze and I'll get everything at my fingertip. Okay, so now how to build this dashboard using the simple tools of Excel that we are going to see. Just now we learned the pivot table. So the same way, based on those pivot tables only, how to do it. So here one by one I am going to build the pivot table based on the total sales by here, region wide sales, customer wide sales, top 5 sales rep, top 5 customers. Okay, so let's take the data. So I am going to copy the data to a new workbook. Control A, Control C. I'll go to File, Blank Workbook, and I will paste my data here and rename the sheet as Data. Okay. So now I'll rename the sheet. So in order to apply the pivot table, I need to select the table. Now I will go to Insert. So I'll show you the first pivot chart, pivot this one. Then you can try. Okay. I'll go to Insert Pivot Table from Range. But this time I don't want the pivot table in the same sheet. I wanted it in the new sheet. So let this selected be as new sheet and I'll click on OK. So you can see my data sheet, a new sheet inserted with the pivot table along with my fields. So now total sales by here. So total sales by here means, So what are the information I have taken? So I have taken the months, so the date to the rows, and revenue I have taken it to the values. So here I will take the date. I'll take the date and drop it on the rows, and then I'll take the revenue and drop it in the values. So it is showing here. I don't want here. I don't want quarters. So then I don't want the dates also. So now you can see my month and the revenue has come. Okay. So I'm going to drop the date and then revenue and just remove this quarter, years, date. I wanted to keep only the month, so you can see which month how much revenue it has made is done. Now next one is I wanted to insert the chart. So I'll go to pivot chart. Under pivot analyze only, I'll go to pivot chart. So Excel is recommending me the column chart. I don't want column. I wanted line chart. I'll select line chart and click on OK. So my line chart is done. Okay. So do till here. Then I will tell you what are the changes that we need to do. So create it in the new workbook. Don't try it in the same workbook. Everything will get messed and you won't be able to connect the charts. Guys, any doubt, please ask. So the pivot table should be applied in the new sheet. Hope you people are able to do it. Done, girls?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now once I have inserted, I have to make some necessary changes. I cannot take this chart like that only to apply the dashboard. So what and all changes I am going to do is, first I need to place this sheet next to data. So first I should have my data sheet. I'll bring it next and I will rename it to total sales by here. And here also I'll rename, I'll select, right click, edit text, and I will rename it to total sales by here. Then I don't want this buttons. I'll select, right click, hide all field buttons on the chart. So my fields button is hidden. Now I don't want this total. I'll select and I'll click on delete. Now I wanted the values to appear. So what I'm going to do is I'll take my cursor here and just click on this dots. Okay. So once this is done, I wanted the data column. So I'll come here and I will go for data labels. Okay. So data labels, I wanted the data callouts. Sorry, I'll give it as data labels only. So I'll just select data labels. So now you can see the values are inserted, but it is overlapped. So how to get the values in the proper order? So how can I do it? So what I'm going to do is I'll take my cursor here and click on this values, right click and go for format data labels. So I'll go to format data labels. I'll come to number. I'll come down and here under the category I'm going to select custom. So here type I'm going to give dollar hashtag comma K. So now you can see the values. So it is clearly visible which is in thousands. So I'll come and close it. So my table is done. If I want, I can apply with the design and choose whichever type I wanted. So I wanted the values, right click, format data labels. So I'll just go down, number, I'll go down and I'll select custom. So I'll come out and click somewhere. See, my values are clearly visible. So make these changes. You got it or you want me to show it once again? Girls, you people understood how to apply the changes or you want me to show it once again?
Mom, once again.
So I'll put a chart, pivot table analyze, pivot chart, I'll take line chart, I'll click on OK. So my chart is applied. Now I have to make some changes. First thing is I need to edit the title. Select, right click, edit text and I'll give the name as total sales by year. Then I don't want this buttons. I'll select this buttons, right click, hide field buttons. So buttons are hidden. I don't want total. I'll select, I will delete. Now I wanted the data callout values. So I'll come here and I'll select data labels. So my values are come, but it is like overlapped on each other. So what I'm going to do, I'll click on the values, right click, format data labels, scroll down. So under the category, I need to select custom. So I'll get this. So then if you wanted to change with the design, you can change with the design also. Format data labels. And here I will select custom. So try with this. So once after this, we'll stop it here and in the next class, we'll continue with the rest other things. Okay, just format this table. So do the changes whatever I have done and save it. Save Control S. So save it and keep so that next class we will continue. So first you need to change the title, hide the field buttons, remove the total and click on this plus sign and select data labels. Once you select the data labels, the values will appear. Take the cursor, right click and go for select format data labels. So format data labels, so scroll down, select number and choose custom. So under that, if you are not getting this, type in dollar hashtag comma K so that your values will be clearly visible.
Ma'am, I'm not getting the option to type.
Which one, ma? Custom. You need to select custom. Click on the drop down and here at the bottom you have custom. Select custom. So custom means where I'll be mentioning how the value should appear. Select custom.
Yeah, ma'am.
Now see automatically sometimes it will take. If it is not taking, you can type in.
I'm not able to type, ma'am. There.
So click on the drop down. Click on the drop down and see.
There are many hash symbols
So
and
on the format code, just click on the format code and type it. See format code, it is editable. So click on the format tab, format code and type in dollar hashtag comma K and then click on add so that it will appear there. Then you can apply the format.
yes, ma'am.
You are able to do it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I hope we will stop it here. It's already 7:30. So till here, whatever we have done, I hope everybody are able to understand. Just type in one if you understood till whatever we have done it. Okay. So most of the people, you people have understood. So we will wind up the session over here.